Hi, so today I'm going to do a video about law school or not, and give you some kind of background and some facts. I know there's a lot of people that think like being a lawyer is glamorous, it's wonderful. I've been an attorney for 18 years. I'm licensed in 3 states. I have a few specialties under my belt. I started off doing bankruptcy, tax, traffic tickets in North Carolina. Then I moved back to New York, and since then my career kind of took some dips and dives, but I'm currently in the privacy data security space. So just a lot of variety of things, and I've had to pivot multiple times, and I feel like I have to pivot again. And just giving you background, if you have the desire to be a lawyer, you have to figure out why you have that desire. You have to be passionate about it, and you have to really like it. The most successful attorneys that you can think of are in the top 1%. The Barack Obamas, the Bill Clintons, the Crumps, the Brian Steeles, the Morgan and Morgans. They're in the top 1%. And typically people that are in the top 1% have one of these 3 things in common, or all 3. They've gone to an Ivy League, they have connections, and they're financially come from a class of people that they're in a higher socioeconomic class. I would say the vast majority of the people that are in the top 1% of attorneys who are making a lot of money or have notoriety, they have at least, I would say, 2 out of those 3 things. That being said, the vast majority of attorneys are not rich. They are living paycheck to paycheck, and they are struggling. I graduated in 2007 in the heat of the first financial crisis, and there were no jobs. I had to start my own firm, which was a wonderful, empowering situation. I struggled, but I was able to, after a couple of years, sustain and, take care of myself with the income that I made from the firm. I had offices, I had clients, I had an assistant. I did wind that down and then move from North Carolina to New York with my husband to support his career in technology. And then just since then, I have worked various full-time and contract jobs in basically doing commercial contracts, litigation a little bit. And now in the last 8 years, I've been in the data privacy, cybersecurity space, which is very hot, but the tech space has gone up and down. So I'm going to do more videos about, law school experience, being a lawyer, what it's about. But I wanted to do this first video to kind of, just shell out, like, there's a top 1% attorney, and then there's the rest. There's some attorneys that are like doing okay and, have, live in the burbs, have a nice home, have, decent things, and, they're doing all right. But the vast majority of attorneys are struggling and living paycheck to paycheck. Because either the employment opportunities are not there. Since becoming an attorney since 2007, the legal community or the legal hiring had never recovered. It's been downhill from there. The job opportunities just have not been there. Unless you decide to open up your shingle, it's very inconsistent and unstable. There's massive layoffs, oftentimes of attorneys that are in-house. The law teams are very strappy these days. They're very small. There's no more, even in Fortune 500 companies or larger companies, there's no more these large legal teams that are supporting businesses at this point. Mainly what happens is there's 1 or 2 attorneys that are in-house. And I'm going to do another video too about like the different categories and different fields and tracks that you can take, whether it be in-house, working in a company, litigation, having your own firm, or working in a firm. But even those sought after large law firm opportunities are few and far between. It really is going to boil down to your love and your passion of the law. So don't come into this thinking like, I'm going to be rich. It costs a lot of money to become an attorney, and it takes a long time. And I'm going to talk about that in another video or so, but I just wanted to kind of open the door to kind of this discussion and get it started. Thank you for your time today. Bye.